Hello and welcome back to the dark side of astrology. My name is Oneyda and I'm going to talk about twin souls and the heart chakra. It's been a little bit since I've done a video about twin souls. My last two videos are on my channel. The one was Silence Between Twin Souls and the other one was Will I Marry My Twin Soul? So this video I just want to talk about twin souls and the heart chakra and how important it is to work on your heart chakra. So when I was first awakening 7 years ago, I guess, I was told, that I was on the twin soul path and that the best way to truly work on yourself was to work on your heart chakra, on your chakras, and to awaken Kundalini. And the woman at the time that was guiding me, because they always say that, the teacher always finds the student when the student is ready. She, had me raise Kundalini, awaken Kundalini, and I would, work on my different chakras. Not realizing what I was doing at the time, but now, 7 years later, I realized that, doing chakra work and raising Kundalini really awakened me even more. I was able to accept the fact that perhaps I was a twin soul and that I was on the path. So more recently, I've been working a lot on the chakras and learning more about them, and and just trying to just better myself. Because when I was much younger, I was a very judgmental person, very critical, very blunt with the way I delivered things. And I realized that once I was working on my heart chakra, that I started getting nicer with my deliverance. I wasn't as judgmental or as critical. Because I've mentioned before, I'm a Sagittarius sun, and I'm a Capricorn cusp. My moon's in Capricorn, my rising is Capricorn, the majority of my chart is Capricorn. I have Virgo and Mercury, so it's just the way that I deliver things, can come off as very critical and as very judgmental. So the heart chakra was very important that I would work on that. And just recently I went to an energy healing class, and I learned, because there's so many different theories about chakras, that there's more than, the regular 7 chakras, and that there's, more chakras. And in this one class that I went to, he mentioned that there was an upper heart chakra. And with the upper heart chakra, it's actually the chakra that you take action when you're more compassionate. You do things more compassionately. Working on your heart chakra, the one beneath the upper heart chakra, actually makes you compassionate. But the upper heart chakra is the one that brings you into action, to doing things in a more compassionate way. So with that being said, I am a collector of crystals and stones. I do tarot readings. I also do, natal reports and love compatibility reports. And that's the one thing on the twin soul path, is you should try to know when your twin soul was born, and if you know the date, the time and where, it would really help you, and you could do your chart and your twin's chart and really see what the compatibility is and where it is that there is no compatibility and what it is that you have to work on. So I've been doing a lot of work on my heart chakra, and I get stones that are going to help me with that. There's times I just wake up and I know I have to go to my local metaphysical store and go pick up a crystal, and I don't know what crystal I'm looking for, but intuitively I'm guided to a crystal. And the last crystal that I got was this ruby in feldspar. And this actually is a really good crystal for heart chakra work and for compassion. So, I've been just guided to get these stones. And I use this stone a lot, to do meditations with. I also use my black tourmaline that I had gifted to my karmatic mate, and he gave it back to me. You know, I did the work it had to do on him. And, you know, with the research that I've done, you know, black tourmaline normally comes to those that are very intuitive, and it helps them a lot more with their intuition. And with this black tourmaline, it actually helps raise your vibration and get you out of that low vibration that you might be in. And I use this too when meditating. You know, the black tourmaline, it really uplifts me and, you know, brings me up on that higher vibration. I also use this white celandine. This is really good for telepathic communication and to connect with your twin soul. And I use this too a lot, you know, to connect and, you know, to speak with my twin soul telepathically. I also use my labradorite sphere. I got this also in my local metaphysical store. This is such a great sphere. It allows me to see a lot of things. I get a lot of visions. And it also helps me align my chakras. And I, you know, put this in all my different points, the different chakra points and stuff like that. And I use this a lot to like really like more so to like send the visions to my twin. So like perhaps me and him could be on the same page type of thing. But, you know, as a person that's on the path, my best advice would be to do work on your heart chakra. And, you know, to focus a lot on the heart chakra, because it really does help you to drop your judgment and your critical mind, and it helps you drop your ego a lot faster. And it really opens you up to be a lot more compassionate, you know, it makes you more loving, you know, and it gives you a lot more understanding. And just, you know, working on that heart chakra, if you do it like every day, you'll notice that your personality changes, your perspectives change, and things like that. And you seem to be more understanding and more caring towards, you know, others. But working on all your chakras is probably the best thing that you can do to help you along your path, you know, starting with the base chakra, then the root, the sacral, the solar plex, the heart, the throat, the third eye, and the crown. And now with this new found information with the upper heart chakra, it being, you know, the 9th chakra, I guess I think before I mentioned 7 chakras, sorry about that. Because, you know, I've also learned that the base and the root really aren't the same chakra. It's 2 different chakras. So in total, you know, there are the 9 chakras. And there's more chakras after the crown that, you know, brings you more connected to source, and you really get these clear-cut visions. But just working on your chakras and awakening Kundalini could really help you a lot. You just got to be careful when you do awaken Kundalini. Give yourself at least, you know, do it on a weekend where you know you're not going to be interacting with people and you could stay home, because it does release a lot of pent-up energy that you might have not even known that you had. And by doing so, awakening Kundalini, you really put yourself on the path, and you're learning to trust, because a lot of people do not trust on the path, nor do they trust in the universe or in God. And, you know, they have so many doubts and so many fears. But by balancing your chakras and working on them, you're really allowing yourself to be guided by the universe and by God. And if you believe in spirit guides or in angels, the fairies, you know, the fae, which, you know, whatever it is that you believe in, even if you don't believe in any of that and you're just more of a self-sufficient person, by working on your chakras, you know, you'll become a lot more stronger. You'll be able to tolerate the path, and you'll have less fears. And you'll just, you know, be releasing a lot of toxins and, you know, and just really bad thoughts that perhaps are holding you back. And, you know, doing the chakra work is very beneficial to anyone that's on the path. Even if you're not on the path and you're just a light worker or a middle worker or a shadow worker, working on your chakras really do help bring you into balance. But as far as the twin souls are concerned, you know, you should really try to look at the different chakras and try to figure out what chakra you feel you need to work on with more. If you consider yourself a runner twin, then perhaps you should work on your root chakra a lot more and work on your heart chakra, you know, and really try to see what it is that you're fearing, what it is that you're running from, you know, why are you running? And that's another thing too, you know, like everybody likes to use labels with the twin soul path, you know, that there's a runner and that there's the chaser, and you know, and really, if we're gonna, you know, we gotta stop using these labels, because, you know, a lot of the times both twins are running from each other, or both twins are chasing each other. You know, sometimes the twins don't even run, nor do they chase. They just sit there and they do nothing. You know, other twins are very fearful. Other twins are mirrors. They do the exact same thing to each other. You know, other twins, they don't even have their twin incarnated on this plane. You know, they're being guided by their twin. You know, so I believe, in my opinion, it's best to drop the labels and to just consider yourself an individual, because we got to remember we are in the age of Aquarius now, and by being in the age of Aquarius, we're learning about individuality, about you know, that you're whole by yourself, you know, that you have power over your world and your reality. You know, we're no longer in the age of Pisces. We haven't been for a little bit. You know, the age of Pisces taught us, you know, about religion, about the angels, about the fae, and, you know, things like that. You know, whereas with the age of Aquarius is teaching us that, you know, the angels and the fae and aliens and all this stuff are really in different other dimensions. And, you know, we're in one dimension here by being on this plane, which is Earth, you know, and we signed up to come here. You know, I'm sure a lot of people have read the theories, you know, that you come onto this earth to learn life lessons, you know, and if you are a twin soul, you know, who knows how many times you've been reincarnated and you've led many different lives. And, you know, being reincarnated now, you know, you're learning to work with that karma and with releasing that karma, and just, you know, building a better, you know, life for yourself, and not, you know, not taking things so personally, or, you know, experiencing so much anger and, you know, things like that, you know, because there's also, you know, the twins that have been doing this, you know, for a long time. You know, there's twins that, you know, they've been here probably since the beginning of time, and then, you know, we have the second wave of twins that are coming in, and the third wave of twins that are coming in. You know, there's twins, you know, at least in the community with the twin souls, you know, there's some twins that feel that they've been doing this for a millennium. There's other twins that feel like they just incarnated for the first time. There's other twins that they feel like they're younger twins, you know, just all different. You know, there's all different types of twins. When I first started on this path, I didn't realize that there were so many different twins, you know, and I really don't know how, you know, some people say that the twin soul is a very rare phenomenon and things like that, but I do believe that everyone has a twin soul. It's just, you know, it all depends on, you know, how long you've been, you know, incarnating onto Earth, and how long you've been doing this. You know, I am a firm believer that every twin soul meets in every life, but they don't stay united. You know, they meet, they unite, but then they separate, you know, and you go on with your life. And, you know, you might, you know, wind up with a soulmate or with a karmatic mate, or you might wind up alone. And I think that's the one thing that a lot of people fear is, you know, being alone in their lifetime. And that is one of, like, the biggest issues in the world of love, you know, is, you know, being alone. But since we're now in the age of Aquarius, we have to learn, you know, to be on our own, and that we're whole as ourselves. You know, there's nobody out there that's gonna complete you. They're there to bring you happiness. You know, they're there to add on to your life. And if a person's not adding on to your life and all they're doing is making you miserable, then you really need to step outside of that and wonder to yourself, you know, do I really want to continue being with this person? Do I want to be in this abusive relationship? And just break free. You have power over your own life. You are the creator. Yes, there is a creator. Maybe some people don't believe in that. They believe more in energy and in science and stuff like that, in factual things, which is, it's fine. No one's right or wrong. Everyone has their own individual beliefs, and that is what we're learning, being in this age of Aquarius, that we all are individuals and that we have our own set of beliefs, and we're learning to respect each other. Without respect, there's no understanding of others. And by working on your heart chakra, you're not only working on that heart chakra, but you're also working on the upper heart chakra. That makes you take that action in a compassionate way. So, working on your chakras really, really help with the journey. And it gives you a lot of understanding, and it makes you less impatient. Because that's another thing that I've said in my previous 2 videos. The journey is all about patience. It's not about waiting there and wondering when things are going to happen, when contact is going to be made, whether contact is going to be made or not, and things like that. You really have to focus on your life and getting yourself right, because you can't be with your twin if what you have in your mind is that your twin is going to rescue you and save you, and the only thing you have thinking in your mind is that you're going to marry your twin. It doesn't work that way. We're the new template of relationships, because normally people meet and they fall in love, and within 2 years they're getting married, and perhaps within a year or 2 years later they're getting divorced, and that's not normal. Marriage is a sacred thing. Once you marry someone, it's it's until death do you part. And as a twin soul, not even death can keep you apart. Nothing can keep you apart. The only thing that can keep you apart is God. Because you were created as one. But oh my God, I lost my train of thought. Just really sincerely working on your chakras really does help a lot, and really, being secure with yourself and working on yourself and understanding that you are whole as an individual will really help you on the path. Instead of just wondering if this person's going to complete you, they're not. Because this is about you, and it's about your path, and and what you believe in and what you don't believe in, and just really working on yourself will really help you on the journey. There's a lot of people that think, once you meet your twin, like that's it, you're together, and that's not the case. If you do your research and you join like other twin flame communities and speak to other twin souls or whatever, you'll notice that a lot of them don't even come into union until they're much older. And I know when I do my research, and especially when I started this journey, I did see that, that twins come together later on in life. There's no set guideline with any twins. There's I see all these like different things about different stages with twins and things like that, but it's your own individual walk. It's your own individual path. So you really can't be comparing your journey with others' journey, because if you do that, then you're always going to be in constant comparison and wondering why this isn't happening while this is happening to another set of twins. You shouldn't worry about that. You should worry about yourself and your twin and what it is that you and your twin are doing, to unite, to be one again. Because remember, you're whole on your own. And all you're doing is coming together with your twin to be one again and to, help humanity. We're bringing the vibration up. We're going from fear-based to love-based. So in order to be with your twin, you have to do this work, and you have to realize that it's your own individual path. You can't be comparing yourself to other twins. Because not every twin is the same. Every twin soul story is different. Again, you know, it's all about individuality. You know, we're not that unique. You know, there's a lot of twins, you know, that have incarnated on this, you know, in this time. But, you know, the thing is, too, that a lot of twins, they don't really talk about their journey because they feel like they're going crazy. And then with the people that they do speak about it, you know, they might not even be on the path. And then those people really only, you know, add on to their fear, you know, that they are, in fact, crazy, or that they're being obsessive and things like that, you know. So it's best, you know, to try to find other twin souls that you could speak with about, you know, that they could help you, you know, and give you moral support and things like that, you know, and just really try to really realize that this is your own individual path, you know, and that what we're doing is, you know, going back into love. You know, we can't, as a society, as humanity, keep living in fear. It's no good for no one. There's so much chaos going on. And the Maya did say that we would be in chaos for at least 5 to 15 years once the New Age started. And that is exactly what is happening. You know, there has to be chaos before there's order, you know, and it's best, you know, to try to bring your vibration higher. You know, get yourself crystals, meditate more, you know, live in love. Don't live in fear. Don't live in doubt. The more you doubt, the more fear comes into your mind, and you're not doing anything. You're just living in that fear, and you're not bringing your vibration up. And we're here to bring the vibration up of the earth, you know, of Mother Gaia. You know, we have to protect our children. We have to protect our earth, you know. There's so many crazy things going on, and as twin souls, you know, that is what we're here to do, is to protect others, to show others what real love is, you know, how to live in love, you know. And if you're constantly living in fear, constantly living in doubt, just sitting and waiting and wondering whether or not you're going to get married to your twin, you know, you're not doing anything for humanity, nor are you doing anything for yourself, you know. So it's best, you know, to just do more research, and, you know, and to really meditate, and to, you know, work on your chakras, and, you know, and believe. If you don't believe, it's never going to happen for you. The more doubt you have, the longer it's going to take for you and your twin to even talk or to unite, you know, anything. So it's, you know, it's best to work on yourself, work on your chakras, especially the heart chakra, you know. I was saying before, like, if you feel that you're a runner twin, work on your root, work on your heart. If you're a chaser twin, then work on your solar plex, because you're a controlled freak. You're trying to control everything, and you got to learn that you can't. The only thing you can control is your immediate environment, and even so, you can't even control that all the time. You know, by working on your solar plex, you're working on your power, you're working on that control issue, and you're learning, you know, to let the universe guide you, and, you know, and letting God guide you, and letting God in yourself, you know, because we got to remember, you know, we're individuals. We have God inside of us. You know, there's no need to go to a church or anything like that to go pray to God. You could go out into nature. You don't even have to go out into nature. You could meditate or pray to God inside your own home. But you have to let God in. If you don't let God in, then you're not trusting in the journey, and you're not trusting in your twin, and you're not trusting in yourself either. You know, so, you know, those chakras are really, like, very important. Of course, the sacral is important too, you know, all the other ones, and the third eye, and the throat, especially the throat chakra. You should work on your throat chakra too, because it allows you to speak compassionately, and allows you to speak in truth and in a loving manner, instead of, you know, speaking in anger and in fear and in doubt. Your third eye, you know, the more you work on your third eye, the more clear you're going to be seeing things, and more clarity you would get. On your crown, you get all these, you know, different visions, you know, you get to daydream, you get to imagine, you know, and it's good to work on that and to learn what the chakras really are, you know. The sacral helps with your creativity. The sacral also helps, you know, release whatever, you know, sexual ties you've had with past sexual partners, you know, because that's another thing, you know, twins, you know, have to realize that sex, it's a very sacred thing, you know. It's not about, you know, finding someone, you know, getting down to business with them, and then that's it, you know. You know, it's more about, you know, creativity and, you know, and allowing yourself to experience a more intimate and soulful, you know, intimacy with someone, you know. And by working on that sacral chakra, it will allow you to realize, you know, that sex is a sacred thing, you know, and it does bring you closer to source. And it allows your creativity to flow, you know. It also makes you a happier person. So, and then the base chakra is really, that's more where your feet are at, you know, and that keeps you connected to the earth, and, you know, and you're feeling the vibration of the earth and things like that. So working on your base is always good too, you know, because it starts aligning the other chakras and releasing whatever toxins or whatever, you know, negativity or blockages are there. So, you know, I hope this video was informative. I'll be making another video soon. Just, I'm not sure what I'll be talking about when it comes to twin souls and, you know, and the path, you know. But leave me a comment, leave me some feedback, like the video, don't like the video, I don't know. But, you know, the more feedback that I get, the better understanding I'll know of what to speak on next, of what people want to really hear and learn about. But, you know, I'm here to just say, you know, working on your chakras, especially your heart chakra, really will help you out a lot, you know. And just, you know, get yourself some crystals, you know, get yourself a yoga mat and just meditate. If you don't want to do all that, you could just, you know, put on YouTube. There's so many great, you know, meditations. I have a playlist of just meditations that's public. You can check that out. It's just meditations that I've collected over the years, you know, since I started on the journey. There's all different types of meditations in my playlist there, you know, from chakra to Buddhist chants to Tibetan bells and things like that. You know, even getting, you know, singing bowls or a bell would actually help. I have a bell here too that I use, you know, to bring up the vibration in my home, you know, and to bring my vibration up too. You know, bells are really good for that. Getting singing bowls is definitely something on my to-do list, because that helps really align your chakras and, you know, and your frequency and your vibration. But just, you know, being aware of yourself will really help you on this journey too. You know, so I hope this video was informative. Please leave me some feedback. Namaste.